here we are with David. He's come all the way from the US to visit us. We are very grateful that you're here.
Glad to be here.
Where did you come from?
So I come from the Holderness School. It is a school located in Holderness, New Hampshire, about an hour and 45 minutes north of Boston. We're in what is known as the Lakes region of New Hampshire and just south of the White Mountain National Forest. So surrounded by beautiful lakes and rivers and beautiful mountains and ski resorts.
How many students study there?
So we're a school of 280 students. We have students from 26 US states and 17 different countries.
Wow. And all those students live in the school?
So we're about 90% boarding, so about 250 boarding students, and we're 10% day. So what that means when we are out recruiting students from overseas is they're gonna get a true US boarding experience, okay?
And I'm pretty sure it's like super fun to live there, right?
Absolutely. I mean, when you're living with your best friends, your teammates, your classmates.
And you were a student there.
I spent 4 years there myself. And I loved my school, loved my experience, and it's why I'm working there today.
Mm-hmm. What would you say makes Holderness stand out from other schools?
Sure. So we have a few sort of signature programs that I think are very different than other schools. And look, every school talks about great communities. They talk about having great academic programs, and that is certainly true at Holderness. It looks different, it feels different, it might mean something differently to us. But some key programs, because of our location, what we can do in the environment around us, in the outdoors, I think is very different than other schools. And so one of our premier programs is what we do on snow. And so about 60% of our students are on snow in the wintertime, alpine skiing, freestyle skiing or snowboarding, big mountain skiing, Nordic skiing. And there's just not another school that can offer the academic rigor that we do with the on-snow experience.
And how do you combine this snow time
Yep.
and study time?
Sure.
Because I mean, parents, yes,
Yep.
want everything.
Sure.
But how do you combine it at Holderness?
Sure. Well, first of all, we always say that we're not going to sacrifice one for the other. There's going to be a balance piece to that. So in the wintertime, we have a very different schedule. And so we actually have 6 half days a week. And on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, students go to class from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12:15. And then sports and activities in the afternoon. And on Tuesday and Thursday, we start with sports and activities, have lunch, and classes don't begin until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And so our kids are getting that time on the snow, and then they're still having their study halls at night. They're still their classes in the afternoon. But we've had 17 Olympians come through Holderness
Wow.
School. We've had many more kids just out there having a great experience. And so again, it's that level of what we can do on snow combined with a great academic program that is different than many places.
As they say, if you organize yourself, there's time for everything, right?
Correct, exactly right. Yeah, we always say we want balance in our kids' lives.
And how's the downtime? Because if you need to squeeze all those things,
Sure.
When does a student kind of
Take a breath.
Take a breath.
So the way that the day is designed, there's time for academics, time for athletics, time for your friends, and time for yourself. We always say we want to stretch our kids, but not stress our kids. And that means they need time to laugh every single day as well. It means they need time to have time with their friends, or just time to sort of sit back, close their eyes, and take a little break. One of the nice things about our location, I sort of joke that many boarding schools are in the middle of nowhere. And Holderness actually overlooks a college town. And so our kids can walk into town and be in town in 10 minutes. It's not Madrid, it's not Boston, but there are coffee shops, there are restaurants, there are things to do. And the fact that it is a college town, they have great theater programs. We get to go see Division III ice hockey games or basketball games. So there's things happening off campus that can give our kids a break from the hustle and bustle of the daily life, which is really nice.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And okay, what would be? I know you have room for many different students, many different kind of students. But what would be a average student?
Sure.
How would they look?
Sure.
If they wanted to apply to Holderness?
Sure. So I always said Holderness students are kids who have academically done pretty well. They're motivated to do well. They care about their academics. But again, they don't want to just study at the expense of everything else in life. And so because of our location, we tend to attract kids who have a love of activity. I always say Holderness kids don't sit well. Because of where we are, they want to hop on their mountain bike and go for a ride on one of our single track systems. They want to go for a hike. They want to go fly fishing. They want to go cheer a friend on who has a game that day on campus. They're not the type of kids that want to sit around and play video games or twirl their thumbs and figure out what to do. They love activity. And they're high character kids. These are kids who are excited to be a part of a community where they're going to be known and loved. They're kids who believe in the idea of being other-centered. And what I mean by that is they think about how they can make a positive impact in others around them each and every day. And one of the ways that we actually do that is we have a job program at Holderness. And so every student on campus has a job for about 20 minutes a day. And it can be anything from spraying down dishes in the pantry, to setting the table for family-style meals, to doing recycling around campus. And the idea behind this is the way things look and feel and are run are not just being given to our kids. They're participating in that process. And so they know the housekeeping staff, they know the maintenance staff, they know the food staff, and they care more about the way things look and feel versus just expecting it to be that way.
I was speaking with a student last night about that and how important it is for teenagers to be aware of what's the world that surrounds them.
Absolutely right.
And you know, the small things in their bubble, in their environment, as important as the global macro.
That's right.
Climate change and you know
That's right.
Poverty and all those things. They also need to analyze all those things.
Absolutely, and to recognize that they can make a difference, small or big. They play a role in making a difference and keeping things positive. But that's sort of the spirit of Holderness. It's just kids who want to be there. They're bright kids. They can go to any number of different schools. But they were attracted to sort of the community spirit, the energy, and that's why they're there.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing all this information about Holderness. Si queréis, si os ha gustado el cole, lo que nos ha contado David, o queréis más información, ya sabéis dónde estamos. Estamos disponibles para conectar con vosotros, ayudaros a enfocar un poco. Holderness es un colegio fantástico y nada, aquí estamos.